Ciryl Gane fought tonight like we expected him to fight against John Jones. He defended takedowns. He was landing his strikes. And Tom Aspinall got his off too. Tom Aspinall was landing. Tom Aspinall actually seemed happy, smiling, to be in there with someone that was extending him and pushing him to a place that he really hadn't been. That was going to be the toughest fight of Tom Aspinall's career. And I can say that very confidently because I saw him with his face, nose all bloody, from a jab of Ciryl Gane, who landed it multiple times over the course of that first round. I saw Tom Aspinall land some nasty stuff too. I saw Tom Aspinall throw a high kick. I've never seen him throw a high kick, and it's partly because he's never had to throw a high kick. There are layers to these guys' games that we have to find only when they're fighting someone that not only deserves to be in there with them, but can extend them to a point where they have to use all of their weapons. Tonight, Tom was kicking more. He was trying to wrestle more. He was doing so many things differently because he had to. Unfortunately, Ciryl Gane seemed prepared for all of that, and he was fighting better than we have seen him fight in a long time.
It's unfortunate that it ended the way that it did. And yes, I think that there probably will be a lot more interest in the rematch after they saw, you know, I mean, he had Tom bloodied up, and you know, Tom didn't want to continue in the fight. So the rematch is very interesting.
Anthony? No, I'm just disappointed. I'm disappointed. I talked all day yesterday. Like, I just want to see Tom have to overcome some adversity. I want to see what he does when when his first plan of action doesn't work. What's he checked down to? Is he gonna wrestle? Can he compete with Ciryl Gane on his feet for 25 minutes? And I don't get any of those answers. And just like everybody at home, I'm disappointed.
Being poked in the eye is illegal, Brendan, but to fight with one eye is very common. The opponent's trying to hit your eye. He's trying to bust up and make your nose bleed. So that part of it does have question for guys like Anthony and I. We're trying to be polite. We're trying to show grace. But in all fairness, if you're the heavyweight champion of the world, you got to fight with one eye at times.
I think we started very well. I think he started very well, but I think I started very well because everybody knows his strategy every time he started very hard and surprise his opponent. I think we did very well. We defending a takedown. I touched him. We saw some blood on his nose. It was a really great first round, and that's why, yeah, maybe also I was a little bit disappointed, a little bit sad about this issue. But this is a sport. I was at first angry because I don't want him. I don't want from him to stop the fight. After I was disappointed, sad, and after that,
apologetic,
exactly, for the people.
So, Ciryl, how did you feel about the eye poke? How do you feel when your hands and your fingers touching his face? Did you feel something specific? Ciryl responded, no, I didn't feel anything specific. I didn't do it on purpose. And I know what it is to have an eye poke because when I fought Derek Lewis, I got an eye poke and I was seeing two Derek Lewis for a full round. So I know how it is. And
one round during that is what the debut of the round, and the rest of the round I saw the two Derek Lewis. So I'm not gonna say yeah, he's a liar.
Guys, I just got fucking poked knuckle deep in the eyeball. What the fuck? Why are you booing? What am I supposed to do about it? I didn't do the fucking poke. I can't see. This is bullshit. The fight was just getting going. Complete bullshit. I'm pissed.
E aí, Potan? Acontece. Corta. E aí, Potan? Corta.
Now that the fight between Ciryl Gane and Tom Aspinall is over, fans are buzzing to see how their predictions.
What a tremendous fight, Coach. I'm going to tell you who wins.
Before the showdown, analysts were
Ciryl
split.
Gane
Some
is the
backed
present
Gane's
interim
technical
UFC
precision,
heavyweight
while others
champion.
believed Aspinall's explosive power would dominate. Let's see who the experts thought would take it. Demetrius Johnson had a lot to say before the fight, and his breakdown showed how closely he studied both fighters. He talked about how Tom Aspinall didn't just win fights, he tore through opponents in record time. Johnson pointed out that Tom could end a fight in any position, whether through heavy hands or slick submissions. That was what made him so dangerous heading into this matchup.
On Ciryl Gane, about time Tom Aspinall is back in the UFC to keep the heavyweight division going. That's the most thing I'm excited about, right? When you look at Tom Aspinall, what he's been able to do inside the UFC in the heavyweight division is he has the shortest fight time in the whole entire company, meaning that he blasts through everybody each time he fights, whether it's submission game or if he's knocking them out. And that's one thing people don't talk about when it comes to Tom Aspinall. This man can knock you out and he can also submit you. He submitted Volkov with a Kimura from half guard. He's also knocked out Curtis Blades.
He also looked back at Tom's earlier fight, mentioning how clean his record was, apart from that one moment when his knee gave out against Blades. What stood out most was how Tom never needed the judges. Every win was a finish, and that kind of dominance made Johnson believe Tom was something special in the division.
Now, the only blemish he has on his record is when he had that nasty knee injury from Curtis Blades the first time they met. But other than that, he's been clean his whole entire UFC career and finished everybody. He's never gotten a decision. His fight against Andre Arlovski, the combinations, him picking his shots, Andre turns his back, he submits Andre with a rear naked choke. He can truly fight anywhere. The only time Tom Aspinall gets in trouble is when somebody tries to hit him. He brings his head back and he brings him
Don is a mixed martial artist from France, is of Guadeloupe descent through his father. Played football and basketball in his...
Brought up past moments where Gane looked lost in grappling exchanges and missed chances to capitalize on good positions. He wasn't harsh about it, but the message was clear. If Tom got him down, things could get ugly fast.
Ciryl Gane's biggest weakness is his grappling. How he's been finished from John Jones, and when he fought Volkov, he kept trying to wrestle up, giving up his head and arm. And when he was also fighting Volkov, he had Volkov in a Kimura, and he didn't know what to do with it. He had a great position. He had the leg around his hip. He could have popped up or come around outside the back and locked up a triangle. His grappling awareness just isn't where it should be, you know, when it comes to, like, you know, you're fighting for a world championship in mixed martial arts.
When it came to strategy, Johnson broke it down simply. He believed Gane had to move constantly, use feints, and avoid staying in front of Tom for too long, because once Tom started closing that distance, it would be hard to stop him. Johnson hinted that Gane's best chance was to stay unpredictable, to make Tom second-guess every attack.
Let's look to the keys of victory for these athletes. Let's start with Ciryl Gane, okay? 1-1 for Ciryl Gane. You got to move. He's got to move, and he's got to be trickster. I don't see him out techniquing Tom Aspinall. I don't see him out moving, so he's got to be a trickster, you know, tricking Tom like, oh, I got you. Move. Gotcha. Oh, move. He's got to keep Tom Aspinall guessing. If he gives Tom Aspinall the opportunity to set outside the void, feint, leg kick, which he'll probably check those, feint, leg, and let him dictate when he's going to blitz across the void, he's going to get eaten up all day, because Tom Aspinall is a master of blitzing across the void, landing those shots. And if he doesn't, you know, feint, kick, push kick, go lateral, always jump off the railroad tracks when the train's coming, he's going to get ran over.
He finished his breakdown by leaning toward Tom. It wasn't just about power, it was about precision. Johnson said Tom's strikes always landed clean, and he knew how to mix in wrestling and jiu-jitsu when needed. To him, that combination made Tom too complete of a fighter to bet against.
Well, I'm going with Tom Aspinall. I think Tom Aspinall hits too hard. His punches, one thing I didn't bring up is that I'm sure he hits very hard, but we don't talk about the accuracy. He's always accurate when he goes, bah, bop, bop. It's always a 2 down the pipe. He's always accurate. And 3, he can strike, he can wrestle, and he understands where he needs to be at when it comes to the jiu-jitsu part of the game.
Tim Welch went deep into Tom Aspinall's fighting style before the matchup, laying out why he saw Tom as one of the scariest heavyweights in the game. He highlighted how every one of Tom's wins came by finish. Whether it was a knockout or submission, Tom never left it to the judges. Tim broke down some of those moments. The clean boxing, the crisp footwork, and that explosive speed that made Tom look different from most heavyweights. He compared him to an NFL athlete who just happened to be a technical martial artist too.
This guy is a freak show. He's a freak show. You watch him. He's got this athleticism and this springiness and this explosiveness. With 4-ounce gloves, the dude could take out anybody. He really could.
Tim moved on to show how Tom's wrestling added another layer to his danger. The way he shot for double legs, secured top control, and poured on strikes left opponents trapped. He explained how once Tom got on top, it was almost impossible to escape without taking heavy damage.
Goes double leg, locks the hands beautifully. Again, look at this double leg. Drops down, locks hands below the butt, lifts, clean takedown, straight to mount. Straight to mount. Now, unless you know how to get half guard, you're going to have to go to your knees here. So now this guy, big guy, goes to his knees. He's getting juiced. Elbows, punches, and he can't get out. He's stuck.
As the prediction part
and
came
when it comes
in,
to celebrity topping and whatnot,
Ciryl Gane's
so if you
ability.
need the details,
He reminded
if
viewers
many.
that Gane
Gane
wasn't
made as
just
a
a
Ciryl
striker. He
Gane.
had power, good movement, and big wins against top names. But even then, Tim felt the
I don't know.
take the fight to the ground.
DC Muay Thai champion brought him a good fame and fan quality program in Paris.
He did say that Gane might find moments of success if he stayed sharp with his combinations, especially that 3-2 punch that Blades used. But he didn't think those moments would last long.
Now, I almost guarantee you they're going to come out and their game plan is going to be put Ciryl Gane on his butt. Put him on his butt. Put him on his butt. Take away some of his explosiveness. Zap his arms a bit. And issue juicers. Issue juicers here. And again, a lot of pressure on Tom Aspinall.